Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation you find yourself in. And as always, we have our three piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using. If you'd like a private reading with me, you should be able to book that in the description box below. I'm yet to open up the July spots, but I will shortly. And that being said, I'll leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you've chosen this sweet little bottle of carnelian, then this one is for you. So carnelian is a very creative stone, one that encourages you to express and sing, create, dance and write. And having so many different little chips in the bottle makes me feel like there's an enormous amount of talent and blessings inside of you just waiting to come out. There might be a cork in your bottle, so maybe there's a little bit of suppression with your expression or your creativity. It's also linked to fertility and sexuality as well, your personal power, sacral energy. There are a couple of little darker stones in here too, so maybe some things that still need to be maybe acknowledged or released, so maybe some things that you've stuffed down that you'll get to, you're working on it, I feel. But with the cork on top, it definitely feels like it's time to just let some of your talents out, let your world see your beauty, let yourself see your beauty, I think, as well, like show yourself what's inside by a bit of deep exploration. So group 1, what do we have in this reading? It's an interesting one. We'll just start with the past energy, I suppose. We've got Cancer energy here, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio and Libra all on the table. Sagittarius as well. Yes. Okay, so past energy, we have the Chariot, the King of Pentacles and the Star. And so group 1, it looks like you have been making a lot of different choices about the direction of your life to create more stability. You have been ready to move forward into the next chapter. You're ready to embrace healing. I feel like you've been spending a lot more time around the water. There's a lot of water in these cards. Water is very healing for you, so maybe a lot of time at the beach or creeks or whatever bodies of water call to you, maybe the shower. I do feel like this is a time for rejuvenation and healing for you. This is a time to really heal that part of yourself that feels capable of success and stability as well, I feel. So some of you, this could be, you could be receiving promotions in your work or something like this. You could be like putting yourself up on the stage or letting the world see your work, or letting yourself see it. There's something about letting yourself see something rather than the world. It's not so much about what the world thinks, but it's more about what you think of you in this endeavor, in this journey, whatever this thing happens to be for you. And a lot of you, it will be to do with your career or building some sort of success with your career. And the Star is here. You're being guided and encouraged along this path of creating stability and more growth. There's more growth around you. Some of you, gardening is important at the moment, or maybe you're just seeing there's an extra growth around you in some way. Like maybe you have got a little potted garden and you're starting to see that they're really overtaking, or something like this. Maybe you've earthed something that's rooted now, and now it's starting to grow more branches and leaves. Fertility is a message here for some. There's some people that want to know about pregnancy, or it's something that they're trying to achieve, and I do see that happening for whoever that's for. Not everyone, of course. In the current energy, we do have the Empress and the Nine of Cups, and the week ahead and the Ten of Wands. We've got a little bit more, we'll get to it in a moment, but first of all, we're starting with this beautiful Empress, Nine of Cups and Ten of Wands. So this is absolutely a time of abundance for you. And again, I am feeling that water and going with the flow, and just also noticing the stream that sort of wraps around the Empress here in this card. I do feel like there's like a lot of energy flowing in and the same amount flowing out as well. Like it's a really nice balance that you might be achieving right now, give and take. Maybe that's in a particular connection, or just finding work-life, work-play sort of balance. There is something here about your expansion, I do feel, with the Nine of Cups and the Empress together, like something you really wish for. Again, if some people, this is about a healthy pregnancy or something to do with your children, then I do see things improving or a positive result with that. For some of you, this is also with regards to like family dynamics. I can see with the Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck over here. When I did see that, strength is underneath. I feel like for some of you, there might be a couple of background dramas or something, like maybe just a rift in the family or a friend or something like this. Or maybe there's just a lot of different people who have an opinion about what you should be doing, and it's just a bit of conflict, right, in the underlying energy. Strength is underneath that. What else is there? Is the Ace of Swords, the World. Just stand by, yeah, okay. So, just because I'm seeing the Nine of Wands, I wonder if someone's been a little bit guarded over something, and I don't know. It doesn't feel too bad or even worth digging into, honestly. It's just maybe temper your words, or if you need to apologize to someone for something you've said, then maybe that's in order, or maybe you're waiting for an apology. I don't know. It doesn't feel major, whatever it is. It's something that will resolve, I do think. And it could have to do with the Ten of Wands. Maybe that's one of the wands you're carrying this week, because you are, honestly, this Ten of Wands doesn't feel like a major burden. If anything, it could be internal when it comes to the expectations you have on yourself for the outcomes you want in life. So maybe you're just feeling like, oh, I'm not there yet, or I've got so much I need to do, or there's that I don't know, I don't know why I'm hearing imploding. So maybe it feels like it's a bit of an implosion. So things are sort of weighing heavy on you with regards to how much you do need to do. Maybe you do have a lot of responsibilities on your plate right now, but things are really working out for you though, regardless of this energy. I do feel like maybe there's it kind of even marks like a deep down day in the week or something. Like I almost want to let's do it. Let's get a little confirmation on the Ten of Wands. When I first saw it, I was like, we don't need to, it'll be fine. All your cards show that it will be. Six of Swords. That's an it'll be fine card. The Queen of Wands is here as well. I see the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So this for some of you is about a career change completely, and that's going to take you're going to need help with that. It's going to be a really slow process, like the Ten of Wands shows, like, oh, I've got so much to do. I'm only at the beginning. I just saw the Knight of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands is here. So you might want stardom. You might want to be really well known in your work. You might have really great dreams, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But right now you're on your way. So, I just feel like if anything, it's more about you just figuring out what doesn't work anymore and allowing yourself onto this new journey, like allowing the past, the layers, the old coat, the old mask, whatever, to actually just fall away and slip into this new self I'm seeing emerge from you, Group 1. It's really beautiful energy. As you progress into the week ahead, you have the Six of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. So there's a really positive change. And when it comes to being noticed or recognized by anyone, the world stage, on the internet, by your friends, your community, your family, you're being acknowledged and celebrated this week. There's some people around you that are really happy for you to put yourself out there in a certain way with the Six of Wands here, the Wheel of Fortune. So there's a lot of positivity around you and a lot of encouragement around you. You might have a lot of beautiful friendships around you, or a person in particular who does really care about you and loves to see you shine, loves to see you, I'm hearing, pick yourself back up again. So if that's the case, maybe Ten of Wands is the remnants of an old hard chapter for you that is really turning around now, because there's someone that likes to see you dust yourself off and pick yourself up and try again and sort of like remodel. I'm hearing remodel, reshape, so you might be that you are changing in a really, really, really big way, like just your identity is changing, it feels like here. So with the Wheel of Fortune, is there anything we want to look at there? The Hermit, the Emperor. Okay. I see the Devil, the Ten of Swords, and the Four of Cups here. So there may be a situation that this could be in the past, could be a little bit toxic. It is pointing out, if it's not for you, don't take it. But I just do like to notice when they split in my hand like this. I will always read what I can see. And And so you might be trying to release yourself from something that feels a little bit toxic or unhealthy. The Magician and the Seven of Swords fell down here as well. So if there is manipulative behavior around you, you saw the Five of Wands earlier, it might be something you're just trying to learn to regain your power over and no longer engage in ways that are like, I don't know if this is your energy, if you're making shortcuts or you're being deceptive in some way. I feel like that's not going to work for you, and you know that, so it's like you want to do things properly. And if vice versa, if that is somebody else who's trying to manipulate you, then it's not going to work on you. Like, you're going to see it. You're by the book at this point, is what it feels like. I split and see the Devil again. So what is that? Is there anything else there? Two of Wands, High Priestess, Ace of Swords. Follow your intuition and just keep moving forward. It's sort of like whatever that other thing was. It's like whatever this is, it doesn't actually need too much attention or any from you. Three of Pentacles, the World, Four of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. You're going to be moving ahead and working with different groups that you haven't worked with before. And everyone's going to have like a different input, and you're going to be surrounded by people that you can learn things from. That's like the next chapter for you. Surrounding yourself with people that you can learn from, and truly grow and step into this new, I don't know why I keep thinking coat. I don't know if you're, like a new jacket. I don't know if that's like a uniform you're going to be wearing, or like, I don't know. In the challenge this week, we have got the Seven of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Eight of Wands. So for some of you, I feel like expectations on you are maybe very limiting at the moment. So you might have a particular relationship that expects something of you, or you may expect something of a relationship and feel entrapped by that. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It can be some sort of societal expectation, an expectation from your family. To have a certain job or to be in a certain place. And for a lot of you, I feel like this is actually you on yourself, like just feeling like I should be here by now, or I should have this by now, and it's not rooted in reality, and it's kind of taking you away from the blessings that are right here with you now. So yeah, and also with the Seven of Cups, first of all, it's like I feel like this is a lot to do with the path unfolding for you, and that there's actually a lot of opportunities coming your way, and you're not so certain, like, how's it going to work out, or what is the best choice for me? And I feel like a lot of these things, there's multiple things here for you to choose, and you are meant to choose more than one thing, because some of these is to do with love, some to do with your work, some to do with your personal lifestyle shift and changes. Just really noticing the little chaos, what is that called again? What is that? A tornado? Yeah. That's standing out to me a lot in this particular time. Yeah. You may just feel trapped to a chaos, or maybe you have a struggle with negative thinking or something, or disruptive patterns, maybe sabotaging patterns or something like this. And it's like, yeah. There's just like a little bit of lack of trust in something, or lack of trust in yourself, a little bit of fear to stuff it up, I'm feeling. But don't put too much pressure on yourself, and if that's pressure from other people, let it go. I mean, the first card out for what to do with that is the Temperance. So with the Temperance, I'm really feeling like this is, see how the little foot is in the water, and I feel like that's you dipping your toes in the water with something, so give something a go. We also had the Four of Wands, and I already noticed the two flowers behind Temperance, and they kind of look like the two flowers these two are holding here. So it's like, I do feel like you have a loving support in the background, like some really, really solid friends, or your partner might be really just loves you so much and wishes the best for you and really cares for you, or whoever these are, maybe they're family to you, your community. I do feel like you've got people in your corner, is what it feels like here. And it is important to lean on them and connect with your people more at this time. We also have the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. So what do I get from that? It's sort of, to me, it feels like there's healing happening in a very special connection here for some of you, if that resonates. If for some of you, No. See, I'm not getting that so much like there's an ending and you're walking away. Because like a lot of readings over the last few months have had a lot of that. Like it's time to really walk away from a person. But it looks like your life has moved forward in such a way that there's either, if that's the same person, if you've been getting those readings, then there's healing in that connection. For others, it is to deal with what's left after it is over and you've really moved on. And it's about welcoming new connections into your life. But there is still this hole here. There is still a sadness here. And what I'm seeing with this is just give yourself time to have that experience, and it's okay. It's not always going to feel this way, and that things are improving. For a lot of you, I do feel the Five of Pentacles is this feeling inside self of not having enough or being enough, not feeling equipped for something, but you actually are. So don't focus on those 3 empty cups, because there's actually a beautiful opportunity right there with you, like the people in your corner or something. Like don't dwell on spilt milk or something that's not working, or like there's way too many good things coming your way to really let yourself be too bothered. And I don't think you are too bothered. Like, I feel like you're doing all right. Judgment, the devil. Queen of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. There's something going on. It feels so personal though. As I start to dig, I'm like, and I see it split into everyone else's different pathway. So it's definitely too personal. And that's probably not what we want to do this reading on anyway. Further guidance here, we have Death, the 6 of Cups, and I was going to say Temperance. I mean the Queen of Pentacles. I love this, but you have the King of Pentacles up on the start of your reading. Now you have the Queen of Pentacles. So we're definitely seeing potential for divine counterparts or a very loving union here. With Death and the 6 of Cups, it does look like there's a very special relationship in your life. So for some of you, this could be within family. For others, a partner, but it's someone you really do connect with quite deeply, with the 6 of Cups being there. Maybe you feel like you've known each other in previous lives, or they've been on your journey with you for some time. And even if they haven't been on your journey for some time, I mean, just feel like you've known them forever. It's such a familiar, homely card. And with the the Queen of Pentacles there as well, after seeing the King of Pentacles, it just looks like this beautiful stable home that seems to be developing for you in some way. Like there's healing going on here with Death, and both of these being like a transformation and a reunion energy. So there's certainly something quite beautiful. And again, the Rabbit, fertility. There's a lot of fertility here. Like there's something beautiful growing. There's new shoots on a plant that maybe you thought wasn't doing so well. And just seeing all the roses too, lots of romance. Just this, I'm kind of getting someone who's oozing with romance or something, like somebody who's just, like they just ooze sensuality or their femininity, or there's actually something so captivating about this Queen of Pentacles I'm seeing just now. So you may be very captivated by somebody's beauty, or maybe somebody feels this way about you. Maybe this is you. There's a lot of abundance around you, and like maybe the hard work you've been putting into your body is showing off, or something like this. Like maybe you've been detoxing and it's showing, or there's something about the way you've fixed your vibration that really, like, it's attractive, it's attracting. In the outcome energy, we have the 2 of Pentacles, Justice, and the 9 of Pentacles. So things are really balancing out, right? We've got Justice and the 2 of Pentacles next to each other, 2 sort of balancing cards where it's like, whoa, and then we kind of get it right. So if you have been juggling more than one option with something, then it's like you're going to decide and make your choice of what's really right for you. For those of you that are just like the 10 of Wands suggests, like you still got a lot of plates spinning or a lot of things going on, you might be finding yourself with a lot more balance in this outcome. And the 9 of Pentacles, feeling like everything's just working out for you. She's super abundant. She's got everything going for her. So it's because perhaps of a change or a shift that you've made that things are starting to work out for you. But this is also single energy. Like even though we do talk about potential relationship, like it doesn't feel like that will resonate for everyone, of course. Some of that is just you and you completely. And so the single lady energy of the 9 of Pentacles, you might be just finding yourself in a place where you're feeling so abundant, you're just ready for that next level of growth, or that next connection, or that next thing that's happening. You're just open to it. but you don't, it's not that you're seeking it either, it's just naturally becoming. It's a beautiful thing. So let's jump into the oracle cards. We have Chameleon Spirit, Act as If, and I find this really interesting because you also have the wolf from the animal cards. Adaptable and empowering is really standing out. There are shadow attributes to the card of hesitation and unmotivated, so that might resonate with you, to be a little hesitant to take these big leaps because things are really happening for you. Like Six of Wands, Three of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, come on. Like things are really expanding. This is the time to celebrate how hard you've worked, or to start to just see something. What do I want to say? I don't know, I'm hearing applause. Maybe it's that, to finally get acknowledgement or something. But adaptable and chameleon are really interesting cards to have together, because it is absolutely saying to act as if, like, you're going to need, like, your outer circumstances are changing, and so you're going to need to step up to match this. And not that you can't, it's absolutely you can, but you're going to have to believe in yourself just that little bit more right now to step up and step on the stage here, because chameleon is just act as if, like, follow what other people are doing around you. If they're inspiring, you know, like, it's that type of thing. Be inspired by others until it sort of feels more natural for you, because what you're going into might be a little bit like new territory, or you might feel like a bit of a sore thumb, you know, that sort of thing at first, but that's okay. It's all good. Like, maybe that's what the Ten of Wands is, like, just, oh God, you know, I don't know if I've got what it takes, but you actually do. You actually do. And with the wolf here is such a leadership energy, but we've got unmotivated and hesitation. Don't hesitate. You've even got the card here, action. Chameleon, act as if, like, action, come on, it's time to go. It's time to make this happen. Don't hesitate. Empower yourself to take a leap, because leaps are happening for you. Again, the indication of the ocean here and water being so important to you right now. Again, the ocean. We have the dolphin caller from the Hidden World Tarot Oracle, I think. Pure, joyful friendships and loving help. This is 100% a card of exactly what I've seen in this reading. You've got some love in your corner. You've got someone or people that do really care about you, and it's such a nice time to be connecting with those people. Reach out, enjoy times with them, just sweet little moments. See if they need a hand with something. Maybe you need a hand with something. Maybe it's just to check in and say, hey, how you doing? How did you go with that appointment, or something like that, you know? Like, do reach out and connect and be the loving help for people, but also receive loving help. Joyful friendships, pure. There's something in all the dolphins, like, this is a time to call in positivity, call in your guides, call in playful energy. Hang out with your friends. That's a really big one. We've got the Three of Cups later in your week, so there is a gather of some kind. You're going to be catching up with someone. It's going to be a nice time. In the self-care prompts, we have deep breathing, really nice suggestion. If there are any moments of stress, or if there's a moment of anxiety, or like, oh my God, just take a deep breath. Nice deep belly breath. Fill that belly right up. Feel your diaphragm really expanding. Feel the air through the nostrils or across the lips, however you choose. But really do connect to your breath, especially in a moment of angst, because just the cork in the bottle makes me feel like something suppressed, or something like, I don't know, like, I wish I could know what it is. I feel like you will know. You'll be like, yeah, I know those parts of me that resonate with that sort of vibe. You have hydrate, another message of water, but do drink lots of water, right? Like, always, not just right now, but always. You might be surprised how little you do drink if it's something you don't really think about, or also if you're drinking flavored drinks all the time, give water a go. Positive affirmation. Using positive affirmations can change your life. Just believe in yourself. I think this is like a nice little sprinkle over that other message of, you know, adaptability with the wolf, and stepping into something that might be a little nerve-wracking, but it's worth it. Like, you're leveling up in some way. And we saw connect before as well. There's a couple of tea leaf oracles to finish your reading. We have dragon. Beware of self-delusion. So there's got to be some work to be put in here to match up with these big shifts and changes. you'll know what that means for you in some way. If you're sort of even if this could be in a positive light as well, like feeling like what is it? I don't know. There's a couple of different angles here. So maybe you're feeling like you don't have what it takes, and that's actually a bit of a delusion. You do. You step up. You can do this. Or if it's the other way around, where you feel like you don't need to put in much work to get the success that you want, or you get a good result, so you're like, it's all good. I can do this. But you do need to put in the work. So don't be deluded there. Pay attention to your work. So that could definitely be that other message there. Like you've got to put in the groundwork. You've got to do the research or something. So do pay attention to your work. You can't slack off. It's that sort of thing. We saw the Seven of Wands there before as well, so that could be a slacking off energy. A Seven of Swords, sorry, and the Magician. Like you've got what it takes to not need to cut corners. Like just apply yourself or something. We have Carrot, opportunity or windfall, and Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. So absolutely pay attention to your work, because you're going to grow into something really, I was going to say massive, so maybe that is the message. Maybe you're really like moving up to some level of stardom, or your product that you're creating is going to be really, really well known, or the song that you're writing, it's going to be on everyone's tongue. Like whatever this thing is, you're doing great. And I think the biggest messages I just looked down here for you is just be happy in your hoodie. I don't know what it's about, but just like be good in your garden, like I don't know where these are coming from, but just just be content with what you got. That was the message from Tree this morning for my son and I. It was just like this. Tree just said, there's so much beauty and happy moments and beautiful things, and just be with that. Just be with that right now. Okay? Group 1, that's what I have for you in this reading. I hope it has given you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, Group 1. Hey, Group 2, and welcome to your reading if you've chosen this beautiful piece of labradorite, and this one is for you. So labradorite is a mental clarity stone, helping bring about transformation. Just bring in mental clarity. I feel like that's all we need right now in a certain situation, especially after looking at cards Group 2. But things are good. Let's jump into the reading. We'll start with the past energy. Yes, we will. So, in the past energy, we have the Three of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. So, what I'm seeing here for Group 2 is a bit of mixed energy, of course. So, for some of you may have had a reconciliation with somebody, but you're still feeling very protective in that situation, self-protective. For others of you, there's been some things worth celebrating. We've got the Three of Cups here. There is success, but there's still some limits or limitations, or there's still some sort of barriers you're yet to overcome, whether they're in the material world of finances and feeling like you haven't quite got enough money right now, you're trying to save, or you're trying to manifest an opportunity that brings in more abundance for you. For others, it may feel like you're in your personal tool belt of skills and talents. You may feel like you're not good enough, or be doubting your capabilities here. For others of you, you may have just been a bit under the weather. The Five of Pentacles can indicate feeling a little unwell. But with the Four of Pentacles right after it, it shows me that you're doing something about it. And this is past energy. So this tells me that whatever has been not working out for you, you have decided to make an amendment, make an adjustment. Perhaps you've decided to do up a budget, or clear out that debt, or take some of these supplements and do that exercise, or whatever this is that's going to help you come out of this Five of Pentacles energy. And you've got support there with the Three of Cups in the background. It tells me that I feel like you've got one particular friend that's sort of standing out as I read this energy. It may be a group, but I do feel like you've got a particular friend that's sort of encouraging you. Maybe it's an accountability buddy. Maybe you've got more than one person who keeps you in line. I kind of do feel now, as I connect to it, and more people starting to come in that are actually like, hey. So I feel like maybe taking the advice of some of these friends who have got your best interest at heart, even if at the time you may feel a little triggered by the guidance, or that you just maybe disappointed or feeling low self-worth or something like this with the Five of Pentacles. I feel like just stay open to the people that are there to support you at this time, because I see you turning something around. and things getting better for you, and you've got the support, and there is a need to protect your energy, there is a need to save money, and and all those things that you're feeling inclined to adjust or do, then absolutely follow through with that, because the Five of Pentacles, he's sitting on the treasure chest, the door is locked, there is a window open, and the cat's keeping an eye on it, so it's like just really keeping an eye of what comes in at this time. This is in the past anyway, so maybe it's more about like in the past you've been feeling a little bit like you don't have much to give, or that you've not got much time, you're very, very time poor or something like this, so you haven't had much to give to your friends, or there's something about a limitation there. But that is shifting, and maybe your mindset around that is shifting as well. So as we progress into the week ahead, we have the Six of Swords, we have the Magician, we have the Ten of Pentacles. We'll just stop there for a moment. So things are really turning around, and especially mentally with the Six of Swords being here. Like, you're starting to feel capability. You're starting to just let the past be the past. If you've made a poor decision somewhere, you're like, well, so be it. This is what I'm going to do about it. It's that sort of thing. Like, you're really to acknowledge any of your own flaws or something like that. Like, there's like a bit of a humbling here, but it's very empowering. It's not here to make you feel, I don't know what this is, but it's like you're just meant to trust that like anything that may feel like it's triggering at this time, or you want to run away, or you want to respond or react impulsively or something, like it's really the best time to really step into your power, because I don't know, it just feels like something, I don't know what I'm trying to get at. It's like something's it's not even a real threat, like it's almost like I wanted to say something's threatens to, I don't know, whatever, knock your power over or whatever, but it's not even a real threat, and it feels like it's more of like internal, if anything. So this is about you stepping into your power this week, and choosing to create more abundance for yourself. Like there's a massive shift coming from the Four and Five of Pentacles into the Six of Swords and the Magician and the Ten of Pentacles. What that tells me is the shift is quite internal, because of the Six of Swords and the Magician. Because this is about you leaving mental baggage behind, leaving the emotional baggage behind, leaving the old experiences behind, and just letting the way be easier for yourself, letting the way be more peaceful. If a little thought comes in, you're like, I'm not going to grab that today. I'm just going to use my affirmations and stay the course. The Magician being here, it's like you utilizing the resources that's going to get you to where you want to be. So if you're studying a certain certificate or a degree or something, like this is about you utilizing your resources to build this big dream. If you've got a business that is, you've started it, but maybe it still needs more work, or is something yet to be expanded upon here. Like I can see you taking the reins or taking the lead and making things happen this week. You're like getting out of your head or getting out of your own way, and you're just ready to utilize all the resources that are at your fingertips already. You're ready to create the kind of future you want. So this may be to do with your career and how you set yourself up financially, but it also may very well have to do with the type of family you have around you, the type of people you have around you, the lifestyle that you live, the legacy that you leave behind for your children or for the generations after you. Like, I do feel like you're somebody who wants to create big change in the world, and that starts with creating big changes within yourself, and you've been doing that. And it's, for some of you, you've been perhaps working at this for some time and you haven't quite seen the results, but that's part of the wisdom here, of just trusting that while you're doing all of this work, that there is something else happening underneath the surface that brings all of these things together, that ties everything up for you. You got to trust in Spirit's plan here in a pretty big way, I'm feeling. With the Nine of Pentacles coming next, it makes me feel like you've been sort of self-protective of your own dream, or there may be something you want for yourself that somebody else might feel like that's wrong, or like it doesn't suit what they want, or something. Like, I'm trying to get that might not be for everyone, but I did see that in these cards, that it's kind of like you having to protect your ideal. You may want this happy picket fence family. Maybe that's what you want, and that's all right. And it's like you feel like you've got to protect your rights to that, or you've got to protect this. It just does feel like it's kind of what I get from this. Like, hey, that's what I want, and you know what? That's all right. And so whoever's saying nay, whoever's naysaying about that, can take a walk, because yeah, I feel like your dreams are worth protecting. There's something that needs protecting, whether it's to do with your finances, like really applying yourself to something. Like you might have a plan or a project or something you're taking on that's like really, it's worth your attention. Don't give up on it. It's that sort of thing. And if it needs protecting, then do what's necessary to make sure that everything is safe and secure with finance. Like it really feels like quite a financial message there for many, but for others, like I said, it won't be about that. It'll be more about what you value. And then further into the week ahead, we have the Ace of Swords and the Lovers. So you're making some really big shots this week. Like you are declaring to the universe that this is what I want, this is what I'm about, this is what I'm doing. And anyone else that'll listen, basically, because you're committing to something big here. You've got clarity about something you want. And it may have come from this need to protect, like something threatening your dream or something made you realize how important it actually is to you. And you're like, hang on a minute, actually, no, I feel like something sort of shows you what you want this week a little bit. And anything, I don't know, I kind of wonder about that earlier message here too, because I kind of feel like a relationship message within that also. Like this whole reading is more about you and what you're doing, where you're going. But there does feel like this echo remnants of a relationship here. I don't know if I touched on it or not, and I kind of feel like digging into it right now. The Eight of Pentacles. Oh, look at you go. Like maybe it's not about relationship. I still feel it. Eight of Pentacles on the top of the Five and the Four of Pentacles. That is it. Like you have literally been working hard at turning something around. Like maybe this is not even like a little moment, but rather something more. Sorry, there was a little knock at the door. But as I was saying, maybe this isn't a little moment for you, but rather like a minor thing that's happened over the recent history, but maybe something more over the landscape of your whole life, where you have been in lack mindset or really struggled with finances, or maybe your family struggled with finances. So you may have come from humble beginnings in some way, that you are really working out your worth and how to capitalize on your talents and your abilities to actually believe in yourself. Because you're from Five and Four of Pentacles, and then to get confirmation of the Eight of Pentacles on that, like I just really dig Pentacle energy. It's just so creative. Like I see it as creative and dutiful, and like it's what life's all about, is making things and learning skills and just like being in it, right? Engaging in life. And look at her working hard at creating something, and that's you. You may have felt when you started this journey, oh God, have I got what it takes, or am I good enough? But 100%, you just got to apply yourself, and I see you doing that here, and I see you really committing. Like later in the week we saw with the Ace of Swords and the Lovers, like you're deciding something big for yourself and you're committing to it. So is there anything else I need to touch on there? See the, oh, okay, let me see. Because I had a knock at the door real quickly, and sometimes that'll throw me out of it a little bit too much. And I'm like, oh no, did I miss anything in the channel I was in? Seven of Cups. The Ace of Wands, the Fool. Yeah, of course the Fool is here. You're definitely in that energy of embracing a new beginning for yourself. And you may have lots of ideas coming to you of like, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. Like, I do see a lot of plates spinning for you, group 2. So commit to one at a time. Doesn't mean you can't take on lots of projects at once, but when you're with one, just commit to the one and don't overwhelm yourself with, oh, I've still got to do all of this. Like, be with what you're at, I think. Be with where you're at. You've definitely got some new skills that are worth investigating and dabbling into, or studying, increasing your knowledge, educating yourself, showing up and practicing on other people if that's required, like sharing your work, sharing your journey of development as well. Especially for those that, you might already have social media pages that people follow you, or people do want to see the messy parts behind the finished product of what you share. I know there's one artist I love to follow. I think her name is Martha Brenniger Stewart. I think that's her name. God, if I got it wrong, that would be awful. I'm sorry. But she has Raven Orb Gallery. It's beautiful. And she really shares her creative process and the journey of her addictions and her struggles, and how she's come through the darkness and then turned it into such beautiful masterpieces. I really love her for her journey and how she shares the mess. So maybe that's a message for someone that wants to share their work, but it's also important to share the mess behind the creative process, if that makes sense, or even if that's just sharing with a friend, like, you know, yeah, I don't know what I'm getting at there, but anyway, let's move along into the challenge. We have the Two of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Four of Cups this week in the challenge. So there's a lot of uncertainty in this energy, and like, as you can see, a bit of pessimism or disappointment on something, like, but honestly, it does feel like things are going really well regardless of this energy. Like, there's something here you're not so certain about, and you need to, I feel like you need to just give it time, give something time, and not even too much attention or focus, if that makes sense. Just going with the flow of things. I feel like there's something you're not noticing here, or something you're not paying attention to. We're about to get another interruption and a knock at the door again. So maybe that's happening for you. Back, group 2, so another little minor disruption. So maybe that's what you've got this week. Maybe you've got a few disruptions or things that sort of confuse you or sway you from your path or something. But you know, that was just a new water filter, which I'm very excited to receive. So, you know, some of these disruptions are actually a good thing. But as long as you get straight back on track again and don't let yourself be taken off path too much, you know, I'm not going to unpack that filter and dig in and like have a look at it. I'm going to finish what I'm doing here with group 2, and that can wait. So that might be a message for some. We'll just take that and move along. But there is a need for meditation and just resting, and maybe not needing to figure it all out. You have got the Seven of Cups there, you've got the Two of Swords, so you know, not everything is entirely clear right now. Maybe you can't see the results or where something is headed, but don't be too disappointed, or don't focus too much on the empty cups, right? Because you know, there are really marvelous things happening around you and within you at this time. I can really see that. It kind of, I don't know, this reading feels like, I personally don't feel like I've done a good job of it at this point into the reading, and that may not be true. It may resonate. I'm just going to keep on going anyway. And I think that might be the message for you too. Even if you're feeling like, oh, maybe I should do that again, or maybe I didn't do so well there, or yeah, maybe there's too many stop starts and I'm not like on the boil, that sort of thing. I don't know. Could just be me this week, and if that's the case, I'm sorry, group 2. But anyway, what are we going to do? We're going to move on with what helps with the challenge. We have the Eight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Page of Pentacles. So look at this chaos, literally, right? Was I looking at a tornado? Oh, that was group 1 had a tornado. Again, group 1 and 2, they're following each other a bit lately, so you might have a message there for you. But you may have a lot of different sticks in the air, right? A lot of different projects, or there may be a lot of movement around you, and it is time to engage. It is time to let these changes happen around you, like engage in the changes and actually take advantage of any new opportunities that are here. With the Page of Pentacles, this can be multitude of opportunities, and with all of this here, it's like Spirit is bringing you blessings and chances to do things like travel or learn something, or particularly learn something. I feel like Spirit is bringing you these little things, even if they're just bumping up on social media and it's not so much like a course you got to take, but it's rather about learning about like little craft groups that teach you techniques and things, or maybe it's to do with your mindset and positive thinking and how to shift and how to grab a hold of triggers and turn them around and just things like that. Like I can see that all in here, like massive changes that you are very much engaged in is what I'm seeing with the Eight of Wands. You're very much engaged in. It's important that you do be engaged. A lot of more time around the home space too would be nice. I'm feeling for you. What would help with the challenge is just like nice time around the home, dusting and cleaning, like clearing out old things, definitely clearing out old things. I'm feeling with the Eight of Wands there. And maybe even like making a plan to redecorate, or even if it's just one area or one corner or one cupboard or one room, whatever, just like changing plans, making things, yeah, like a little reno or something for someone, or maybe you're painting a feature wall, or maybe you're just going through that cupboard and getting rid of what no longer serves or benefits anymore, passing it on to somebody else who could use it, creating more space for more abundance to come in. Plans for travel as well, I'm feeling here as well, little day trips, like maybe if you, for many the school holidays are approaching, so planning little trips with the kids, or if you know, whoever that resonates with, actually going away, or even if it's just a little adventure, like it doesn't even, especially with children, like it doesn't have to be some extravagant, expensive holiday. Sometimes just catching the local bus to the library or something can be so wonderful for them. Yeah, totally. Like I don't know. Anyway, move along. Really going with it today, group 2, not taking no hostage here. So, 8 of Swords, 10 of Wands, and 3 of Wands in what will help with, what would help in further guidance. So look at this, right? You may be feeling really squashed by responsibilities and all of these things you need to do, feeling like you've been doing so much work but maybe not seeing results because the 3 of Wands is here, and so you might be still waiting to see things come about, or a transformation happen, or a change come, a result, an outcome, to see your business take off, or you may feel like, yeah, you're just putting in all of this work and just, yeah, I feel like again, the Wisdom card, we might even read it from the book because I think it is done so well from memory, because it is all about trusting in the wisdom of what is unfolding. Let's run straight to it. Boom, straight to the page. Things are not as they seem. Look beneath the surface in your life. For example, you might feel you aren't making progress on a particular project, yet beneath the surface, things are happening. You may still be integrating the recent knowledge you've learned. Or you might be going through a stormy cycle. This card is letting you know that even though the surface of your life may be a bit rocky or wobbly, in a deeper place, all is well and serenity and peace are emerging. Things may seem challenging, will later be revealed to have been beneficial. Exactly. So it's worth it, because the outcome as well is the 4 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, and the 2 of Cups. And this is a really super positive outcome for acknowledgement, for celebration, for success, to graduate, or to deepen your relationship with many, to just step into who you're meant to be. It's like this sort of picture here is like life goals, sort of total dreams coming true energy of you really shining and being who you were meant to be here in this lifetime. Yeah, really a lot of growth through the previous challenging cycles you've been through. And for relationships, there's a beautiful union here. This may be a new connection for some. You will know if it is new or if it is a beautiful connection that has been healing, and there's a lot of companionship here. There's a lot of support. A lot of people just really happy to see your work. A lot of people happy to be connected to you. There's a lot of gratitude from the people around you, I feel. You may be someone who gives a lot of optimism and guidance and love to people. So, where am I going now? Yes, into the Oracle cards. You have the Gathering, and we do have quite a few cards representing gathering here. Community, kinship, and companionship, and 2 of Pentacles is all about that. So this is 100% a message for you to be amongst your people, go in and celebrate with them, help them, be a part of your community in every way you know how. To check in with people, to just be that companion. It's really, really important. And we see the circle here. It's all about new beginnings. We see the circle of the temple. We see circles of the egg, of a nest, of the earth. We see the Fool here on the bottom deck. So this is 100% a time for your whole world to be changing and for you to really embrace the community around you and be very supportive. Step into kinship with people. Your community really, I feel like, really relies on you or depends on you in some way without that being toxic at all. It's a beautiful dependency. It's very healthy. And I feel like people, like, there's an equal exchange in when you're giving love, like that people are always wondering or finding out how they can give back to you as well, or vice versa. 33 really stuck out for me when I first pulled the card as well. So threes might be very important to you. They are to me. We have Stag Spirit, take the lead. It is 100% time for you to get out of your own way and go for it. Let's maybe even go to the book for this one as well with the Stag. 58. Whether or not you have set your intention to lead, you have maybe found yourself suddenly called to step up or to the forefront of your life. And 100%, like, you are so being called. You're so being called. Stag Spirit is a reminder that now is a time to heed the call to be sure, strong and compassionate. Others will look to you and you have it within you to see through the eye of Stag Spirit and walk with confidence as you take on the responsibilities that are yours now and model integrity in a way that you do and in all relationships, in all that you do and in all relationships. Be willing to see the best in others so that your compassionate heart keeps you on the right path. Stag Spirit wants you to know that your responsibilities now are to yourself for your learning and developing new skills. The best in you is coming into view as you step forward with strength, knowing that Spirit supports you as you compassionately take the lead. You are a model for transformation now, sharing your experience, strength and hope with others as they may grow to discover their best selves. What did I say about sharing the journey behind you? What a gift you are. Stay humble and authentic and walk your talk, for now is how, for this is how a wise leader leads. I really feeling that for you, this reading group too. We have wisdom, and we already did look at that about trusting the wisdom of the undercurrents. We have the beautiful wallaby spirit. Keywords are intuitive and triumphant. Other words, reactive and impulsive, and we did touch on that before as well, when you may feel like triggered by something or that you want to respond to something impulsively. Now is the time to perhaps take a breath and just believe in yourself, believe in your journey, trust in your intuition. With that triumph there and all the rest of the cards here, 6 of Wands, 4 of Wands, the Magician, like group 2, you are leveling up. You are leveling up. We have chanting, and when I first saw this, I felt like this is chanting mantras, like positive mantras, and that might be any type of chanting that works for you, but I Am Loving Awareness is a favorite by Ram Dass, and a bunch of self-care and tea leaf. So self-care, we have set relationship goals, recognize what makes you happy and strive to find that in your love life. And when I first pulled that, I was thinking about stability and things like that. Like, what makes, is it stability and consistency and all of those things that make you feel happy? Then strive to find that in your partnerships. Strive to give that in your partnerships as well. It doesn't have to just be an intimate partner. It can be all relationships. And then we have love your single life, which may mean that some people in this reading are coupled and others are not. And for some of you, this can be both. Your singleness is an opportunity to spend quality time with yourself, so you can still be with someone and enjoy your own time and your own space. And if it is that you're single and perhaps been feeling the pressure to find a relationship, or like I see the 9 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, I could see that for someone here, where you may feel like, oh, I don't have the marriage and the children yet, or I'm growing older and it's not going to happen for me, or whatever that is. it's the message here, if that is for you, is to just enjoy connecting with yourself and what you're learning, and strive to find these beautiful things that you love with yourself in another and in other relationships, instead of trying to grab another thing to add to your life, if you know what I mean. I hope I've said that right. We have tidy up of 44 this time, so I might be getting double numbers a bit, 33, 44. Time to do a bit of decluttering. I think we even touched on that with the cards as well. Maybe not, I don't know. We've got cobwebs here in the Four of Swords, so you may need to do a bit of sweeping away of the old in more ways than one. We have in the Tea Leaf Oracle, February, and I kind of felt like February, where something that started in February might be wrapping up soon, or something you're doing now might really come to a culmination back around in February. February may have been a really important month of change for you as well. Lots of endings happen in February, I notice, as we approach the solstice in March. But we have table, a hard work, and also career, another ornate type table. And when I saw these, I thought, well, it kind of makes me feel like what you do is special and unique. Your talent is niche. And it's really worth your attention, because it is something really unique and special and offering to the world that's not everyone can do. We have barking dog, advice from a friend. I do feel like it's important to take that advice. We have dog close up, pleasure with a close friend. They could be different. I kind of feel they're different. You've got a really good advice friend over here, and maybe a fun friend you play with here. Pleasure with a close friend. It could be an intimate partnership. We do have the Two of Cups there as well. So maybe having a lot of really sweet moments with your person when you have the time. Jug, light-hearted, carefree time. Yeah, definitely. Pleasure with, there's make space for fun, and just, that feels like connecting with your friends is important right now. And chain of events that will affect your life. And that's what I'm getting with the whole like wisdom and the trust thing. Like there's something you feel like, oh, I haven't got that yet. Like you're gonna have to trust that there's a chain of events that is meant to unfold, and it will change your life. It will affect your life. So everything you see right now is not all that is yet to come or amount to be. So anyway, that is what I have for you, group 2. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. It wasn't too confusing for you. I hope it gave you actually some comfort, clarity, or guidance, maybe. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 2. Hey, group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the Choliite point, then this one is for you. I really do love this particular one. It's very beautiful. And Choliite is a wonderful stone to help encourage us to let go of outside distractions while we really focus on setting and obtaining our goals. Also a lovely stone for meditation and just tranquility and finding a sense of peace. And from that peace, we can really hone in and focus on what's important, which really does look like the theme of your reading too at the moment, group 3. So we'll jump into some of the energies. I can see Aries is here first of all, Pisces, Cancer. I can see Leo and Libra as well. So it could be your energy, someone you're dealing with, or an area of your chart activated at this time. But anyway, I guess we could say Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio too if we got the big 4 there. But anyway, so past energy, group 3. It looks to me like you are ready to level up, and if you've been group 3 for a little while now, then you will maybe have noticed a bit of a slow pace to things. It's only for those that have been a consistent 3 for a while, because from my own memory of doing these readings, I believe group 3 have had a whole lot of like just taking your time to become. There's no rush. You may feel like you want to get moving and rushing or something, but it's just like we're working on spirit's timing here for some things. But anyway, let's just keep that in mind and jump into your reading with the past energy. We have the Emperor here, and this Emperor is a woman. She's a businesswoman working from home, probably running her own business. The 31st of October is circled on the calendar. That could be a relevant date for you. or it could just be indicating that you do have a very full calendar, and you've got plans, or you've got some sort of deadline for something, or you have had in the past. This is past energy. Maybe you've always dealt with deadlines or being so busy, and maybe you felt entrapped by these things. We have a stove cooking in the background, and like this is a major multitasking card in the imagery. With the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords, to me it looks like, for some of you, maybe you've started your own business and you're just not so sure about how it's all going, or you feel like I should be here by now, or you might just have a really high expectation on it and just not feel like things are going as well as you'd like, because the Eight of Swords is here, where you're feeling a little bit powerless. You're feeling like, maybe lots of negative thoughts about it, or feeling like you don't have what it takes, or there's so much to learn, or it could just be very overwhelming. It could also be that you've got multiple plates spinning, where you're also a student, you're also running a business, you're also a parent, you're also someone's partner, you're also a sibling and a family member. Like all these things, all these different roles for you might be overwhelming at times. For some of you, I feel like it's very much for a lot of you, it's to do with your personal goals, your career goals, or something like this, like something you're wanting to achieve financially, or to develop. So let's jump into the week ahead. We have the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Three of Cups. These are all, your reading is actually really, really positive, regardless of the little things that are like a bit overwhelming or a bit of a setback. Like maybe you've been a bit under the weather and it's set you back a little bit, or maybe something happened that set things different, like just not in the course you thought they would take, but it doesn't feel like that much of a detour if there is one, or that much of a speed bump to get over. It really isn't. And most of it is in your own head, because it's the Eight of Swords. So it's like you're actually doing really well and you may not think you are. Or maybe it's that you've started something, and like I'm literally seeing this for someone here. Maybe you've started putting your work out there and you've only got one person interested, and you're like, oh no, maybe only one person viewed your work for the first round or something. And it's like, you just have to keep at it. With the Eight of Wands here, it's encouragement to keep at it. It really is. I love the Eight of Wands. I'm really getting that particular meaning from the Eight of Wands, where if you've started something, see it through. Give it your energy, give it your attention, and don't be distracted by the outside world. That's usually Eight of Pentacles message, but I'm going to take it because we've got two eights together here, and one is like entrapped and the other one is empowered. Like it's almost magician-like picture with the Eight of Wands, right? So this is a time for you to really be speaking on your passions right now, speaking on your truth. We've got the Queen of Cups and Three of Cups. So this is a wonderful time to be connecting with other friends that are like-minded to you, that maybe share your passions, your dreams and your goals, or at least support you on your journey, and vice versa, you're supporting them. This is a really beautiful message at the start of this week, to just surround yourself in beautiful people, and that you will be talking to and attracting really, really resonant souls. Like this is soul family energy here. For some of you, maybe catching up with a beautiful friend you haven't seen in a while. There may be a heart-to-heart conversation here. We do have a bit of emotion in this particular Queen of Cups. She's a little bit hurt by something. She's holding a letter and her partner is comforting her. So you may be receiving comfort, or maybe you're the person comforting someone else this week. I do feel like you might be receiving comfort from someone, and that's okay either way. Like you've got people around you that want to comfort you. You've got a lot of support around you in general. I'm really seeing that. And this whole reading is full of this message that you are held, you are supported. For some of you, I do get the strong message that there is someone in spirit that is with you, and you may have lost them perhaps not so long ago. There's somebody connecting that message is for, and that person is with you always. And I do feel an immense amount of grief and really missing them and missing their physical presence. But there is a lot of synchronicities and messages they send towards you to let you know that they're still with you and still supporting you. That's for whoever that's for. Not everyone, of course, but you will know. Three of Cups here, this beautiful friendships, this fire circle on the beach. So quite literally could be an invitation for you to go and have a moon ritual or something on the beach, or just with your friends in general, maybe going out to an event or a party of some kind. There's invitations to connect with your people is what I'm seeing here. And even if they're not literal letter invitation in the mail, like this is spirit inviting you to go out and reach out and connect with those people that are on the same page as you. So if you're a student, then connect with the other people in your class and like, maybe go through some of your exam results or something with each other to reflect and review and learn more. Whatever this is, it's like join the people that are on the same page as you right now, because they're really important. So further into the week ahead, we have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. I gotta remember sometimes Knave. Which one is that? Anyway, Nine of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. And so I do see this week is actually full of sweet simplicity, sweet, beautiful things. Like here we have someone who's doing a bit of computer work, but they're also out in nature in the forest. There's these little helpers around. It shows that Spirit's helping you as you get your work done and keep a nice balance in your study time, but also your grounding down time and self-care time, things like that. Connecting in with nature, really important. Take a nature walk this week if you get the chance to. What this is saying is as you stay the course, Spirit is going to be in the background, helping pull things together, pulling strings, creating opportunities and aligning you with even more blessings and assistance on the path, like little answers that pop up from nowhere. But it's because you applied yourself that you attract these results, this support, this help. The more you apply yourself, and stress less, like truly stress less, just keep showing up, keep putting that one rock down every day, another rock down, whatever this means to you. Don't worry about it, just keep at it. But also having time with friends, like I said, as you just keep at it and keep trusting the path, and also eliminating distraction feels very important, keeping things so simple and focusing on what is most important. You're going to really receive a lot of help and blessings. You have the Nine of Cups next. Some of you, there is a birthday message here, of course, and happy birthday if that is for you. I hope it's a wonderful celebration, and maybe you're celebrating somebody else's birthday. It doesn't have to be a birthday though. This can also be some sort of wish fulfillment or windfall or blessing coming your way, where things just feel right. Like with the Queen of Pentacles after that, it makes me feel like you see some results for your work, or there's some sort of acknowledgement, or there's some sort of blessing happening in regards to what you're growing and developing. Like you start to see some results. You're feeling like I'm on the right track. This is what's right for me. You're feeling more yourself this week than perhaps you have in a while. And there may be some special occasions with the Nine and the Three of Cups here that have everything to do with this excitement. Like I am seeing here, like a wedding amongst the family or something, like as a beautiful occasion to look forward to very soon for many of you. Maybe it's a little trip away with the girls, or a family holiday, or just to take your semester break and just enjoy the holidays that are coming up. I'm quite overwhelmed with the amount of love and support that is around you. So I hope you feel that too, and I hope you can acknowledge that where it lies. Especially, what am I going to say here? Because I just clicked onto something and it was so far away in an echo that I couldn't quite grab it or hear it. But it was sort of like, for those that don't actually acknowledge that, but it's gone. Come back. Death, Queen of Swords. I feel like there's like mental changes, or changing the way you're looking at something, because things are actually becoming more successful, and you're more, you're at I don't know, like you've raised your vibration or something. So it's like, don't expect the poor experiences of the past to repeat or something like that. Because you are attracting a lot of support and abundance. And I just keep thinking that maybe it's just the pace of things that makes you feel like you're not doing so well, if anything. There's something here that makes you feel like you're not doing so well, but that's a load of S, because you really are. All right, so in the challenge, we've got the Five of Pentacles, and that's it, right? Feeling the lack. For many of you, I felt like this was an under the weather message, and then the Four of Swords came out. So I'm like, okay, many of you may feel that way, especially if you're in my neck of the woods. It's like winter time, a lot cooler now, so people are catching flus and colds. So maybe it's just that and you're feeling a bit under the weather, but we'll read it for all the ways. Five of Pentacles, feeling doubtful of your path, and Spirit saying, no, go this way. Don't look back. Don't doubt it. Keep going. You've got this. You've got this. That's what Spirit's saying. These little helpers, like you've really got some little helpers standing out in these cards today. So acknowledge them, the unseen help. And even the ones that come through the conduits of the world, like the random stranger who happens to say that thing in the certain wording that's like, oh, I know what's going on here. It's like, you get the message, right? Listen to the messages. Everything's a conduit. And Spirit is here pointing you, and you're a little bit, I'm not sure, right? She's a little doubtful. She's got her earmuffs on, she can't quite hear. But the Four of Swords here and the Ten of Wands as well tells me that, yeah, you've perhaps been a little overworked or a little spread thin, maybe just not having enough time or mental capacity to take on everything that you've got to take on right now, or feeling like, you know, I just heard this and that too. So for some of you, it's literally like you're really taking on another whole huge, massive mountain to climb or whatever, like a thing. But you've still got this, which could be, you know, parental responsibilities and a full-time job, or like, you know, there's something about this and that too. I don't know what that is for you. You will know, but it kind of rings in this card. So it definitely tells me that it's like certain things that you may need to put down so that you can focus on what's most important. But then there's other things that you're going to have to just either delegate and get help, or reprioritize in some way so that you can slowly chip away at everything as needed without overwhelming yourself too much. Analysis paralysis is what I'm actually getting as I look over here too now. So for some of you, it may also be that you overthink things so much that you paralyze, when all you need to do is just put one little rock down, just go, just start, just write one little line, whatever it is you've got to do. Or mark off one day where you didn't do that thing, you know, or whatever it is for you that's the achievement. Just like knock off one more day of on that track, you know, or one more hour, or however you see it, however you're breaking it down, but do break it down. And just as I said, do break it down, I'm seeing like, hang on, we don't want to break it down too much because we don't want to, you know, devil's in the details, and we don't want to overwhelm. So we're also got to look at the bigger picture here too, like kind of, what contradictory messages are here for you, but that this and that is true, like. Anyway, what will help with the challenge? Wheel of Fortune. Breaking old cycles is what I see as I look down and see 2 8s on the table when I'm holding this card. So that tells me that there's old karmic cycles that do need to be broken, and they could be with internal beliefs, you know, sabotaging patterns where we go and, you know, run to the gym instead of focusing on these assignments, or whatever it is, like just running to something else that may be the case. And what's actually required of you is to really sit and write things down. Like, look at this person writing. They're screwing up the old ideas, but they're keeping at it. She doesn't even look too stressed, actually, for the amount of paper that's sort of screwed up on the table. And she still keeps writing, like, back to the drawing board. It's all good. Then the Page of Swords afterwards. What a great card to have, because that's all about your research. And that's about you leaving no stone unturned and putting yourself in situations that are going to, well, this is more about putting yourself in situations that are going to give you the experience required to learn. All of these are novice energies, and we even see the development in the Wheel of Fortune of the little girl all the way around to the crone. So this is a time for you to break old cycles and start a new circle of growth where you really dedicate yourself and show up, because there's something required from you to bring something to life. And what's so amazing about all of these cards is that you've also got this oracle insight, and it says magical tools, writing and star crafting. And he's got this beautiful book. Like, what a magical picture. I don't know why it makes me think of a Christmas card, but I don't know, maybe it's like the 3 Wise Men or something. But anyway, he's got these beautiful tools. It's very magician-like, right? Magical tools. And you have magical tools and intellect. And what it takes to what is required for you to gain even more experience and intellect. Like this, I love to see these here. This is showing me that the people connecting, like even the screwed up paper actually here, there's so much writing in this, I've just noticed. It's writing on a computer, writing on pen and paper, jotting your ideas down, Like, there's a lot of writing in this group, so I'd love to hear from, what are you writing, group 3? Are you writing a book? Are you writing a program? What are you writing? What are you creating, group 3? Speak it in the comment section. Let other people encourage you. Speak it to your friends as well. Like, this is all about really living in what it is that you're creating. So if you're like, this is like making it a lifestyle as well, if that makes sense for some. But get to it. A lot to learn, a lot to do. Further guidance, we have, I was going to say 3 major arcanas, but it's not. Strength, Justice, and the 9 of Wands. What am I getting from that? Yeah. Amongst all of your hard work, be sure to just take rest and breaks. Like, I'm just noticing how she takes her foot out of the heels after a big hard day and rubs them. Because maybe you've been doing it all with the Strength card, going for a run, and do make sure, like, literally get a foot rub for someone out there. It's like we're actually getting that for someone, and I would take that message any day. I would claim that as mine. But the 9 of Wands here shows a tiredness, but also a perseverance. It's the energy of being able to overcome a challenge even if you feel like you don't really want to and you're too exhausted to do that. With the Justice there, it makes me feel like, you know, just creating a really good balance in what you're doing. Let's get some confirmation. I feel like I'm not touching it properly there. But underlying energy is the Chariot, so that is about you overcoming any challenges that comes your way and having the confidence to do so. Moving forward, making a commitment to a choice of a different path. Maybe literally travel as well, because we do have the 8 of Wands here as well, which is air travel. Oop, 7 of Swords, and Justice is here. All right, let's get into it. Yeah, it's Judgment and the 5 of Wands. I was wondering that too. So some of you may have also, just looking at the Emperor, 8 of Swords up the start there as well, you may have dealt with somebody who's a little bit shady in the past, and it might be something you're trying to recover from and move away from. There is certainly something here that is very disruptive, dishonest, potentially argumentative. We've got the 5 of Wands here. These people are having a bit of a heated discussion. 7 of Swords is all about deception and to me this is a bit like sneaky paperwork. So you may have, this could be to do with a marriage separation in the past and somebody has been really dodgy in the court process or in the paperwork. There's something absolutely there about all of that, and I don't think we're meant to dig too deeply into it because each situation is different. But what you do need to know is that you are moving away from all of this crap. You are absolutely moving away from it. And while you may, for some of you, I do feel some of you have not gotten the justice you deserve in this situation. Maybe somebody, strength is falling down. Maybe somebody took advantage or got the better end of the deal or something, but you're advised to just stay true to yourself. If this message resonates with you, this part, it may not be for everyone, of course, but you are just encouraged to persevere. With the 9 of Wands there, even this is the wounded warrior, and they move on regardless of how tired they are. They keep going anyway. They're encouraged to persevere and stick to your truth, stick to the truth, stay in the light, stay balanced, stay honest and true, because when we see justice, that can be about repercussions of actions, karmic justice, things like that. What else is here? That one. King of Cups. Queen of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like we're going a bit too down a rabbit hole right now, but I'll touch on it anyway because I have pulled the cards. And it does look like a lot of this, like for many of you, this could be to do with children and custody and past marriage or even a past business relationship, like a joint finances or something like this. That I just feel it. What do I even want to say here? I don't even know what to say, because it feels like often different parts. So some of it might be beneficial for you to actually get some legal support and a professional to help you through if this is an ongoing legal situation with justice here, the Five of Wands. If this is an ongoing court drama or something like this, then you're advised to get the support you need. But what I do see overall with all of this is protect your assets, protect your finances. Four of Pentacles did come out. I don't think you have anything to worry about too much. Just really, truly stick to your guns. Stay true to yourself. Don't be distracted. Do things by the book. If the Seven of Swords is your own energy where you have shortcut something or tried to be deceptive in some way, then it's encouraging you to amend that or straighten that out. But I honestly don't feel like it's you. I usually can pick up when I can tell who it is, and it feels like it does feel like a past situation that's yet to resolve or something, because it's still here, right? Future outcome energy. I don't know if that was a confusing little bit or not for you, group 3, but anyway, what am I saying? Outcome energy is the Three of Wands, the Magician, and the Ten of Cups. So let's backtrack to the whole story here, where you've started something new, and perhaps, or maybe not new, but you've started something to devote yourself to. And although things have been moving slow and you've not been too certain about how well it's going, these cards are showing that you just need to stay at it truly, because the Three of Wands is waiting for those results and the ships to come in. Then you have the Magician, which is a card of mastery. You are mastering something. Just give yourself the time for the growth. Give yourself the time, give spirit, the time to bring you the opportunities and the conditions that you need to forge and grow into this Magician. But the Ten of Cups after shows me that you're going to be creating a very wholesome and fulfilling life for yourself, whether this be your family dynamics in your home space or in your career. You're going to be extremely fulfilled and masterful at what you do. But it's requiring your attention. It's requiring you to really show up and learn and really, really apply yourself. There's so much young energy here that is ready to learn, ready to apply themselves, like truly. There's I'm wondering also now if there's something else here about an energy that's not so good. Let me just check. Page of Cups. Just see something here of disruptive behavior. The Moon. What's that? I see the Fool. I seem to be getting a lot of extra cards for you, group 3. Two of Pentacles. If there is disruptive behavior with a certain friend or a person that you haven't like shown their full cards, or there's something about them that maybe is secretive, don't be distracted by that either. Like, break the cycle if that's a message as well for you. To just focus on what you're writing and working on. I'm going to leave all of that. That might have been a bit confusing, I don't know. But into the Oracle cards, you have Koi Fish. There is always enough. It is a beautiful message, especially if you feel like you're a big fish in a small pond and you're ready to take that leap and it's not time yet or it hasn't happened yet. Just do be grateful for the pond that you're in, because before you know it, you are going to take that leap and be the small fish in a big pond. But there is always enough. You do have enough, and it's a message of just being grateful for what you do have in the place you're in right now. And it kind of goes along with this sweet simplicity card as well. Even just like the bend of the fish, it's like the feather. That's how I'm seeing it too. And even if you looked at a fish that is dead, that feather would kind of represent its bones. Like, it really looks like fish ribs and stuff with feather. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but just be grateful for what you have and where you're at right now. Even if it's not the place you want to be and you want to be a lot further on your path, you do trust that there's so much value in this sweet moment, and to minimize distraction, again, with simplicity. Keep things as simple as possible. Really think about how you feel about things, because it is... Yeah, maybe I want to go to the book for that too. I don't know why. I don't know what I feel, actually. Like, I was going to say I don't know why I feel, but then I don't know what to say after that. It's weird. I feel a little weird. I'm just going to keep moving on. To find the sacred simplicity and have clarity in your life. Do only what matters. Release everything else. Simplify your life. Scan areas and clear both internal and external clutter. Rest, rejuvenate, and only participate in what is truly important to you. Relinquish everything else. Do not delay. Do it now. When your life is cluttered with objects, relationships, time constraints, and emotions, there's no room for spirit. There's too much static and too much stuff to connect your soul. The smallest amount of clutter clearing can make the biggest difference. And that's what it felt like pulling these cards before. It was like, wow, there's too much information. It's kind of like, I don't need any of it. That's what it felt like. So simplify. We have from the animal deck the beluga whale, and the keywords is social and receptive, skeptical and unfocused. So you may resonate with both or either side of these. The message for sociable, maybe I should go to the book for that one too. Where did I put the book? It's here. Apparently not. I must have dropped it. It is a message of connecting and being open to receive your friends, your soul group, your tribe. We have the Three of Cups here as well, and we did mention that. We've got the Nine of Cups, people around you that want to celebrate your success. So be receptive of that love, of that embrace. Be a part of your community. And with the unfocused and skeptical, maybe you're a little skeptical of how brilliant you are and how wonderful your talents will shine. Maybe you're a little unfocused, and that's why Spirit's like, come on, you can do it. It's like, minimize the 10 of Wands. You're carrying too many wands. Just chuck some of those wands away and focus on this thing, whatever this thing is for you. But do be very open to receiving at this time. That's one of the biggest messages from this card, is allowing yourself to receive all of the blessings that want to be handed to you. And also receiving your friends, like receiving, maybe it might be something that's hard for you to do, is receive compliments for your work, or receiving love. We also have connect with crystals. We have the trolleyite one, so beautiful and captivating. That might be one you'd like to add to your collection, or any other crystal at all. I'm just really noticing the selenite on the altar when I said that, just over there. That might be one you want to get. We have stargazing. Some of you might really get lots of shooting stars as beautiful messages from Spirit. Watching the stars, just to meditate, might be something very beautiful for you. And also learning astrology, stargazing in that way might be something you're interested in right now. We'll get the more self-care cards first. We have Get Creative. We have Love Your Work. Both of those together. I love to see that after all of these cards that have come through. Inspire and nurture your creativity in yourself to expand your thinking. Ask yourself today if what you're doing is truly making you happy. So this is really asking for creativity in your work. And I see that through all of these cards. Your unique soul expression here. We got Ground Yourself as well. A nice walk in nature might be wonderful for that. Definitely indicating time in nature would be beneficial right now. But just also that's about grounding yourself in your work and not being distracted or here and like spreading yourself thin, but truly being present with what you're doing. And then some tea leaf oracles. You have Barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Feels like passion. Tulip, great passion. Okay. And I'm kind of getting another message there with that strong emotion, that passion, whether it's love or hate, doesn't matter. That might be one of the things that's very distracting right now, potentially. Doesn't mean it's good or bad, it just means other things that are a priority this week maybe. Kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Planning for the future. And Moon, changes in your life. You can absolutely expect some changes in your life as you go from this sort of Eight of Swords energy, and even Five of Pentacles energy into the Magician in the outcome. It's just a matter of simplifying and getting to it this week. Just getting to it, applying yourself. That's what I have for you in this reading. And exercise as well with the Knight of Wands. That can often be a very, like, move your body, cardiovascular. Oh yeah, we got running as well. Cardio might be really important for you this week, or just a leisurely walk. Okay, that's it, group 3. That is what I have for you. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope it's resonated and brought you some sort of comfort, clarity and guidance, and not too much confusion. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 3.